Mm.
That was a bit impromptu there. I'm trying something out, but it seemed to have been a bit, you know. But just tell me if you're getting my audio. Yeah, if you're getting my audio, let me fix this a bit. It's not proper. Man, I need help here. All right. Give me a thumbs up if you're getting my audio. Can I have a thumbs up if you're getting my audio? Okay, that's good. All right. Yeah. You know, I'm actually trying out a new system right now, so I am just my two hands, and I have to do everything myself. So if you see me running around and stuff, just excuse the unprofessionalism. I'm just doing it for your convenience, and I'm still fine tuning. So whilst I'm fine tuning, I want to get it done in real time. Yeah. So I'm doing stuff in real time right now, and mistakes will happen. But the show must go on. And today we're talking about issues that are important to you and to me. And this is why I felt it necessary to discuss these issues. Yeah. Okay. The trouble continues. And I hope that while you are having your weekend, for all the persons who have made reservations to visit Amazon.com and check the books out, you know, you have pages you can read free, sample pages, sample reading, part of a chapter. You know, you get familiar with the book before you buy it, and so that is what's up. And to make sure that everything else is in order, I am not finished with the background and stuff. I just put the makeshift stuff there because I wanted to get the technical part sorted out first before I get into the you're my audience, and of course, you are the reason why I exist, to explain to you when you notice not the usual. I have to, because I'm obligated to you. And therefore, that must be done. Well, we are approaching Independence Day, and so much is on the horizon for us to celebrate. And first, let me acknowledge what a great job our government has done, And for all the enemies of state, for all the vampires that are sucking on the blood of the Guyanese people, there are still those who maintain their patriotic flag to ensure that Guyana continues on that path it's on, so we all can benefit from that. Welcome to Uncensored Guyana. I am Dr. L. Prasad. Day after tomorrow, we celebrate 60 years. Guyana, still young, 60 years is still young. And we owe that. We owe all of that. Well, you know me. I have to. Yeah. To this guy. To this man, Guyana owes its gratitude. Cheddi Jagan is the man who deserves the credit for all that has happened in Guyana securing and Guyana restoring democracy. Cheddi Jagan. We need to understand that he alone deserves the credit. And the seed that he has planted, which is the PPP, the fruits that tree has borne since, it is identical to what Cheddi wanted. The characteristics of that tree, the specimen of that tree that Cheddi has sowed into the soil of Guyana, bore the exact fruits that it was projected to bear. Now we have a great man at the top, President Irfaan Ali. Let me digress. Because, like you, I am also disgusted every day when I see how our tax-paying dollars, our oil money is wasted. I'm disgusted by that. It's wasted. Oh, you think I'm going down a certain road? No. Every cent that comes in taxes, whatever sector it comes from, it belongs to the Guyanese people. Every public servant that receives a salary, a grant, comes out of the treasury, which holds the funds of the taxpayers of Guyana. The monies that was allocated or that is allocated on a yearly basis to the office of the opposition leader, it's your taxpaying dollar. It's my taxpaying dollar. Oh yeah, I pay taxes too. Didn't I tell you? Yeah, I do. Go check the files. So our tax-paying dollar is wasted on this criminal, Mohammed. Look at what he is doing with your money. Look at what he's doing, that little pissant. Quite frankly, I tell you what. Again, someone sent it. So I had to share it. I shared it on my page because I wanted my audience, I wanted the rest of Guyana who may have missed it on his page to see what he's doing. It's nothing pleasant. Folks, let me bring it in my own way. to you. And I want you to engage. I want you to engage your own faculty, your common sense. Forget your intelligence, your common sense. Here is a grown man who claims to be a businessman. Look at the personality of this person. Look at the way he conducts himself in public. And you have to question, how is it that somebody like this, with this IQ, with this level of IQ, can emerge as a successful businessman and then found his way as the opposition leader of Guyana? Somebody with that personality and IQ, when he could be posting things and writing it, that is his style. That is not somebody writing that for him. He wrote that himself. About when Irfaan, 2015, when the PPP lost the election, and I called Irfaan, he was crying on the phone, and Jadgeo was next to him and trying to console him, crying. And I mean, who the fuck does that? No, seriously, seriously. That's things that women do. Women gossip like that. They would call their friends, you know, the four-way call. And they're like, hey, girl, guess what? And she thinks she's all that. And the man left her and she was crying and sobbing on the phone. That's what women do. Men don't stoop to that level. Men don't stoop to that level. And on social media, those are the things that women do. We are used to that. Women put their stories on social media. They cuss out the ex. The man who don't want it, they cuss him out there. They talk all kinds of stuff. They say how he eat their pussy, how he this, how his dick is small, he can't get it up. This is what women do. And men are not bothered with it because you expect that. When the times were good, when the man was doing well, he was loving and caring and all these things. Nobody knew. She never promoted him for being a good man. Oh, she kept that a secret. Her girlfriends can't know what a great guy she has. Oh, hell no. Because they may want him. But the day he dumped her stupid ass, everybody knows now that she was in a relationship with that guy. And he's this, and he's that, and he's this. Oh, stay away from him. He's bad. He can't fuck. He's greedy. He's this. After 5 years. That is exactly what Mohammed is doing. You would think Ali, in some strange universe, was in a relationship with this guy, and Ali found a better, younger, hotter woman, and he's bitching because Ali dumped him for something better. So he's coming online and say he's, what do you call it, bursting the secret, letting the cat out of the bag. Oh, he was at Palm Court all by himself. And all the people, all the big businessmen will just pass him because nobody recognized him. They didn't know him. They want nothing to do with him. All the people he has around him now used to pass him straight and not acknowledge him. Oh, power is only for a time. Fuck you, Azruddin. Seriously, man. What kind of pussy ass shit is that? It's ridiculous when you listen, when you read the poop that comes out of that guy's mouth. That's your tax dollar there. Guyanese, it's your money. That's what the opposition leader is doing. That's the job you voted for him to do. To talk about something that has nothing, whether it's true or false, I don't give a shit. But my thing is, who cares? You think Ali is that stupid to think the people around him are his friends? You think he's that dumb? Power attracts the enemy. The man is smart enough to know who is the enemy and who is the friend. He is smart enough to know that there are people in his camp that is leaking information to the opposition. It happened both sides. Look at the hustler. What's his name again? The one that abused the Indian woman in India. You know, the former consul, Guyana consul to India. They're not important, so I don't register their names in my head. I just pull it up when it's necessary. What's his name again? Give me his name in the comment section there. The one that is flip-flopping and jump from PNC to APNU to this one to that one. What's the guy's name? The lawyer that was schooling Anil Nandalal on the whole proceedings in the local court there in Guyana. What's the guy's name, man? I need to get his name. Give me his name in the comment section. Yeah, like that guy that voted no confidence. He was a PNC member in parliament, and he voted no confidence. Charand Ass, yeah. Charand Ass. Charand dash Ass. That piece of shit. Don't you think Ali knows that there's a lot of Charand Asses around him in his camp? He knows that. There's no secret. This is a hustling business. This is a business where everybody hustles. They slime, they pretend because they want something, they want access. It's about access. When you become a president, your enemies becomes your friend because they want access. Access to what? Contracts, information that will help their business or help their interests. That's it. All presidents know that. So pushing this thing, Mohammed, you are telling the public that you miss Ali. You are sorry, you don't know how to apologize. So you're bitching and bitching and talking because you want him to call you to make up. Then you're going to say, oh, I'm sorry because you didn't love me, because you didn't stick up for me, because you allowed the Americans to come and then you allowed the Americans to want to extradite me. I don't want to go to jail, Ali. You see, you didn't help me. You're the president, you're the president. You can call the ambassador and tell them something. And that's why I'm angry. I'm angry. Yeah, that's exactly his position. Why he is doing what he's doing. He's not the opposition leader as in the political sense of an opposition leader. He's an ex-bitch that the man don't want anymore. And he's bitching until he will get tired of it. He will get tired. Then he's going to show up at the office of the president and call Ali out to fight. Wait, as it gets closer to extradition day, Mohammed is going to step up his attacks. Oh, there's more to come. You think them clips that he's putting together, you think that's it? Oh, no. There is more to come. But believe me, it is nothing that will scare you. Nothing. And why do you think that? Because if he had anything substantial, on Ali or Jadgeo or anything that would incriminate anybody from the PPP, don't you think he would have given it to Smelly Smell and all of these lowlifes that he funds? He would have given it to them a long time. But he has nothing. The corruption is in his head. In his head. None of them can prove corruption in the government. None of them. The only thing they can say is what they were doing when they were in government. What they were doing. So they're now thinking, oh my gosh, Ali is doing the same thing, the PPP is doing the same thing. No. Again, let me link this to relationships. The one who is constantly pointing a finger, who is constantly suspicious of the other one, sneaking up on the other one, that's the guilty party. That is the guilty party. But look at what's happening. The president, every time he goes somewhere, Irfaan Ali, the man that we happen to have the opportunity to mark this milestone of independence in Guyana, 60 years. That president, Irfaan Ali, he doesn't wear an invisible glove. He doesn't have disinfectant or hand sanitizers that he uses when he's finished with the public. He has nothing. The man would shake 1,000 hands, and then he will go and take a mango and eat it. He will go buy an egg ball and eat it. On camera, so you can't say it is edited. On live footage, you see that. Ali trusts his immunity. The same thing Guyanese eat, that's what he eats. What you think? They got a special river somewhere with a special breed of fish that only Jadgeo and Ali they catch and sell to them? The same Gale Barker, the same trunks and snapper and basha, the same fish that you buy in the markets, that's what they buy. The same oil you use, canola oil or vegetable oil or olive oil in the supermarkets, that's what they use. They eat bakery bread, they eat Banks bread, they eat whatever is there sold in the markets, the supermarkets. That's what these men eat. They're not aliens. It's not like they used to eat yard fowl when they were in opposition, and when they come into government, they're eating white fowl. The Mohammeds are campaigning for your sympathy to portray themselves as the victims. Remember, they are still the richest family in Guyana. And not only that, because of the stupid Guyanese that voted for this asshole, he's already a billionaire, and they just gave him access to more. This is why they say the rich gets richer, because the poor make it possible for them to get richer. Who voted for Win? Rich people? Indian people? Chinese? No, it is the blacks from the ghetto. And unfortunately, there are many, 191,000 of them. I didn't know the ghetto had so many people. Voted for Azruddin. Where are they now? They helped him to earn free money, free, that he didn't need. They helped him to earn 48 million a year plus his salary. They can't even score 5 million a year. And they just helped him. That is added to his billions. Who is the idiot here? Who is the idiot? You would think a man with that low IQ would not be that clever as to how to trick people. But yeah, that's why he got rich. Trickery. Play the victim game. Pretend you like people. Pretend you're a social person. But you only do it because you want to exploit the average innocent, unsuspecting Guyanese, and he did it. So independence that's coming there, look at what we are celebrating. A great leader and a fuck ass for an opposition leader. It's good that he's not in the circles to contaminate the divinity of the occasions that we put together to usher in the independence celebration. Let him raise flags at his mansion and get all them scraps and scraped to come there and honor him as opposition leader. And all these people that he has on his team. There's a man that they call on social media, they call him what? Oh, he has. Why isn't it illegal for people to use certain words? Like if somebody wants to call themselves a prince and then they're just a skunt, why can't they be charged for violating the sacred context of that word? You have people on social media having their pages king this and king that and queen this and queen that, and they're fucking low lives. They're shitheads, literally shitheads. I mean, they lick Bamsi so much that their face resembles a Bamsi. The one that calls himself king some shit, some king nonsense. That is making a career now on cussing out Jadgeo, saying that Jadgeo sent people to get him, sent Prasad this and this, that, to pick him up and get him to prison. I mean, are you serious? No, seriously, are you serious? There are many times when people forward these assholes video, but I don't look at it. But somebody begged me and said, could you please? I said, okay. Because to look at these videos, you have to look at their face. Then you have to listen to their voices. Do you know how unpleasant that is? You have to understand that you are feeding yourself. Let me break it down. When you're talking to a woman and you're close to her and she starts to speak to you, and the tone, not just her tone, but the stench that follows her tone, and you have to stand there to smell that stink breath and to absorb in your ears her terrible voice. That is torture. That should be a crime against humanity. When people's their breath is so stink, and they sound like David Hines and this king shit guy. So imagine that you have to listen to these people, feed your mind, and look at them at the same time. That is torture. It should be prohibited. It is crime against humanity. It should be banned from social media. People like that with voice and faces like that. But you know what happens? It's good for social media platform because they want to push that. They want to piss people off by having these people having a platform. You in your right mind, your common sense, what the heck, does Jadgeo even know these people exist in Guyana? You would think they're from Haiti or Nigeria or from some scum shithole place in Africa. You would think that's where they come from. And they're streaming from wherever they are. You wouldn't think that Guyana continues to produce these level of monkeys. I mean, yeah, I want Jadgeo to get this. Now, who the fuck are you? Jadgeo is a scholar. He's a genius. He's wealthy. He's been president how many times? He's vice president now for the second time. He's been minister of finance. Jadgeo has a long record. His credentials are like would span the entire 83,000 square miles of Guyana. These fools thinking that they're necessary. They want to call Jagdeo's name in their mouth, and the only people who listen to them are their fucking lowlifes like themselves. Why would Bar Jagdeo even consider acknowledging these threats and accusations that are coming from these levels of people? This is why you got to send these niggas to prison. Let them stay there. Don't give them phones. Let them stay there. Let them do something to contribute to the prison economy. These are some low-life black skunks. They want to pick a fight with Jagdeo. All of them, Mark Benchcoff, Brickford Burke. Name them, all these low-life skunks. They're targeting Jagdeo. I mean, they're ambitious. They are ambitious, I must say. But look who they're picking on. The greatest man that has ever walked Guyana soil in terms of political genius is Barra Jagdeo. And he's still here, well and good, in the modern time to help to usher Guyana into the future of the paradise that is to come. And all of these scrawly dogs, fucking shit-eating rats. Oh, let Jadgeo, oh, let Jadgeo. I hope the laws that our great Attorney General has updated for Guyana and delivered to the, I hope it includes re-examining what is considered freedom of expression or freedom of speech. I hope that is also considered. Because what these motherfuckers are doing and are spreading all of these fake news and these lies against the vice president and the president, it must be illegal and condemned. Don't expect them niggas in the PNC. Don't expect that hustler, Brooms, and that hustler, what's her name? Desire, and the whole camp to have anything to do about it, because they're all black. They're all black together. They want this. These people are saying the things they don't want to say themselves. But there should be a level to which this can be tolerated. There should be a level to how far this can be tolerated. Whenever you try to be calm, and you start having to consider these fuckers, it gets on the nerves. Now the whole VLAC crew, you know the VPAC? Yeah. The Vex pack, the Virus pack, yeah, the Venereal pack, or in fact, I say they're very lacking in the basic human essentials as it relates to common sense. Yeah, the guy who had a crush, or who has a crush on the sheriff man, the Amir, you know, Amir Sheriff, the guy who runs, or the director of Sheriff Group. Amir. The man that's always picking on Amir the same way that this lunatic is picking on Ali and Jadgeo, Azruddin. Well, Azruddin funds the VLAC people. They didn't get any votes. They didn't get any recognition. I mean, a man's, you know, cheated on him and then left him for some other person, and until they do the same to the other guy. She's not going to give up any seat. This is not a 50-50. Amanza Desir is going to stay in the parliament for the 5 years. Hold on for the next 2 years. The next one is going to start crying. That woman is a hustler. She ain't going anywhere. She's not giving that seat up. She likes the recognition. Now the VPAC people, the VLAC people, they're coming. Mushroom coffee. It's raining. The VLAC people coming, and again, it's all about Jadgeo and Ali. Imagine these fuckers, these failed fuckers, who thinks that they can run a ministry, building up their platform, so by the time the next election comes around, they're going to jump into the ship with the PPP. That's what they're all doing. They're appearing that they want to criticize Jadgeo, criticize Irfaan Ali, talk about, oh, the government is not running the country properly, accountability, oh, the oil and the gas money, oh, the corruption with the land. Look at how many lands Sheriff Amir gets. Oh, the friend of Jadgeo, the friend of Ali. Look at the bridge. All the millions that was spent for the bridge. Look at the road, the holes here. Yeah. They're going through all of that to try to entice, induce, and to solicit from the poor, professed poor Afro-Guyanese to subscribe to their channels and follow them on social media. And when they get a few thousands of followers, next elections, close to the next elections, they're going to do what all the other ungrateful ones in the PNC did, jump ship. Because without the following on Facebook, without them building a platform, they're not important. They want to have some sense of importance. So for that purpose, two men must dominate their platform every day, Ali and Jadgeo. Otherwise, to that, what else can they talk about? So this man from VLAC, go back to the US, or were you deported also? Were you one of them that was deported? If you were, I understand. But you can go to the UK. You don't need a visa if, as a guy, needs to go to England. Go to the UK and find that store that Norman Brown is working at as security guard, and let him recommend you for a job. The two of you can guard the store. VLAC, because in your current position, you might accept your funding from Azruddin Mohammed, but understand that he's leaving. He is leaving. And when he leaves, Hannah is not going to use that. You know women. Don't say you don't know women. You know women. They would spend that money on themselves. Hannah Mohammed is not going to use the money that daddy and brother leave behind to keep funding you Negroes. No. When Azruddin gone, so is the money. So you might as well step up your game and push as much as you can, because when he is gone, I'm telling you, the money stops. The money stops. But to what will be my disappointment is if you see the People's Progressive Party, all the people who have never flipped but have stayed constant when the PPP was in opposition to now the PPP is in government, they continue to stand with the party to play the role they play, and they have never anyway wavered. There are a lot of those people that have not been acknowledged, have not been even given a gratitude, hand of gratitude. And it would be a sad day if all these fuckers, VPAC people and all these people who are cussing out you, Jadgeo, you and the president, and later on you accept them into the party and gave them position. I haven't forgiven the whole thing with this Bond guy, James Bond, and them others that you accepted in the party and gave position to, that built their reputation cussing you out, but yet you accept them. If this continues, and all the people that are pushing and are causing and are fighting for revolution and violence against the Indians and violence against the Chinese and violence against you, the government, and you're going to reach out an olive branch to them and include them in the party despite the track record that they have in trying to undermine your government and the party, I personally wouldn't have it. I adore loyalty. And I've said it many times, be loyal to your followers first, and it's not your followers. The ardent, consistent, faithful supporters and followers of the PPP Civic should be the first in line when it comes to any PPP administration. First. Don't compromise because you want the other side to see that you are an open government. That shit has to stop. They can't come last and then get a first position. It has to stop. Because when it comes to the PNC or the APNU, an Indian would never head that party. I don't know what Ganesh Mahipal is thinking. Ganesh Mahipal is suffering from psychosis. The fact that he's a homosexual thinking that he's a woman is the same that he's an Indo guy and he's thinking he's a black because he's in a black party. And that one day, somehow, the black people would vote for him to lead the PNC. He's suffering from psychosis. So if the PNC, its policy, their policy, is that it is a black party, and never, ever in their constitution must an Indo-Guyanese head that party. They're using that narrative now to say that with the PPP, a black person can never run for president because they're taking the lessons from their own constitution. But there's nowhere in the PPP's constitution where it's specifically said that a black person can never be president under the PPP. It never says that, but it says that in the PNC. It says that in the PNC. The important ministries under the PNC, look who were the ministers, all black. The important ministries under the PPP government, look who are the ministers, all black. So who is the racist? Which side represents racism? The PNC. I also want to bring your attention. Every place Ali goes, it seems like the man's reflex. You know, you have a reflex. The man's hands can't stay at the side. From the time Ali steps out his vehicle, he has no control over his hand. Everybody. You can see the man is literally begging people for a handshake. And a lot of these assholes, when you look at their faces, yeah, he has to beg me to shake my hand. Who the fuck are you? He's the president and he's humble enough not to wait until you come to him to stretch out his hand. Humble enough as a president. And you're like, okay, whatever. That shows your character. And I'm very happy that most of the times these things are captured on camera so you, the public, can see. Who is the real leader? And look at who are the persons. The persons who are pretending that they're important, that they're upset. Again, it's so feminine. I mean, what's this thing with the PNC, man? The PNC men, they're so feminine. They're worse than women. They're so, everything about them is malicious. So many occasions you see where President Irfaan Ali extend a hand of friendship, extend a hand of citizenship, extend a hand of invitation with Guyanese, not opposition members, Guyanese. When he goes places, he's not looking at Norton or Campbell. No, he's seeing my fellow Guyanese citizen. And he just wants to welcome everybody. But they're bitching themselves, and I am glad that a lot of those things are caught on camera. So the world sees that God didn't make a mistake. God never makes mistakes. The only mistake it seemed like God made is 2015, 2020 to teach Guyanese a lesson. Because Guyanese were bitching on the Ramatar, complaining, even though we didn't have the resources or the finances, complaining. And God says, okay, fine. Let me give them a period of hardship. And he subjected Guyanese under hardship. Oh, a lot of them went into self-induced coma. They didn't want to wake up on the Granger. They just want to stay asleep until the 5 years was over. Then they can wake themselves up and say, welcome to a new day. Well, the new day has arrived. And because the new day arrived, and it ushered in the golden years of Guyana from 2020 to 2025, the Guyanese people were thankful. They realized that, hey, don't fuck up again. What you wish for, the universe will deliver. So they said, please forgive us for the shit we said in 2015. Now we want Ali again. We want the PPP to continue. Let them continue. It's okay. We are going to complain quietly. Let them continue. And as a result of that gratitude from the Guyanese people, they delivered a victory that was never felt any time before that. A massive victory as a result of their gratitude for God delivering his people from the hands of the enemy. And I tell you, the few that are conspiring with Muhammad, don't worry. They will leave the country with him. Because of their pride, they're embarrassed. They'll leave. When he's gone, they'll leave too. Odessa will quit. All the others, they will quit. They will quit the parliament and leave. Or they will cross ship. Two things they'll do. They will leave Guyana, resign from the parliament, or they're going to join the PPP. Primus and that other one, the Rastafarian, they're going to quit, or they'll join the PPP. When Azruddin is out, and he is on his way, before the end of June, I said it before, the CCJ will pronounce on the case. They're not going to call it again. They're not going to say we haven't reached a unanimous decision. There's still some fine things to work out. That shit ain't going to happen. And it can't be split. It can't be split. Can't be a split decision. They will have to arrive at a conclusion and bring that case to a halt. The majority will vote in favor of the extradition. You can't have 5 against and 4 for. No, it will be the majority want the man to leave. Because everything points that it's a legitimate case. The Cuban ex-president is soon to be extradited. Maduro is gone. All the comrades of that idiot opposition leader, they're gone or they're on their way out. He's the only one because he's trying to delay the process in the courts. And since Guyana is a democracy and the president, truly and rightly so, would be celebrating 60 years of independence for a democracy, the Mohammeds are taking advantage of that. I should have been your president. Man, I tell you. You think I would subject my country to shitheads like Mohammed's? Oh no. Anyway, let me get to some of your comments. I know you want me to read from the book of Chetty, Prince Ali and the President. The latest book is out, I told you. It's Narcissist, The Brown Deception. Everybody should get a copy of this. Get a copy of this. This is the hardcover, but on Amazon you get a paperback, or you get an ebook you can download and read. Don't look at the pages, man. You went to school, right? You studied in colleges, so you know you should be accustomed to reading. Don't read them stupid posts on the Mohammed site. Let's get something from Chetty, from the book of Chetty. Okay. And like I said, the way I wrote it, it's encouraging to read. You can't say it's too much words. Yeah, I had read from the first chapter. Chapter 2. I just read a few verses from that. Prince Ali and the President, Chetty, righteousness. The reason why I give it a caption, righteousness, is because Chetty was a righteous man, is a righteous man, meaning he did everything right. So, the awakening. Chapter 2, the awakening. Awakening does not arrive as a moment. It arrives as a shift, a slow, almost unnoticeable movement from seeing the world as it is to beginning to understand why it is that way. For Chetty, that shift did not come from comfort. It came from contrast. The contrast between what he had lived and what he is now beginning to see. Education was not simply a path forward. It was a doorway into ideas that did not exist in the fields, a doorway into systems, theories, and histories that explained what only once had been felt. But with every new idea came something heavier: recognition. The recognition that the struggles he had witnessed were not isolated. They were connected. Connected to history, connected to power, connected to decisions made far beyond the reach of the people who lived with their consequences. That realization did not bring relief, it brings responsibility. That's from the book, Chetty, Righteousness, from the series, Prince Ali and the President, and that is volume 3. Get your copy today on Amazon.com and support the cause of the Dorga Foundation so that our work will continue. Okay, now to some of your comments from Nina. Nina Singh says, James, well, she's responding to somebody. Anyway, James, I said the same thing about Azruddin. The amount of time and money he spent on negativity on our current leadership, he could have used it to defend himself in the US by top lawyers. He's a low IQ individual, so that will not be possible. Maple Dale guy says, some Guyanese don't know how good they have it under the PPP. Yeah, they do. That's why they're taking it for granted. They do know how good they have it. That's why they're taking it for granted. Anyway, Share this live. I want to hear from you in the comment section. And I'll see you again next time. Thanks for your attention. Thanks for your time. Goodbye now. Let me get this.